And every one of you. It is Thursday, August 6th, 2020. What should have been Queen Show Day? It's Spice Mass 2020. The Tabanka continues. Mommy, I can't find my flower. I can't find the flower I had for decoration this morning. I'll look for it just now. Good morning, Grenada, Caracol, PT, Martinique. Hope everybody is up and ready and bright and prosperous. Yes, I hope you're feeling prosperous. The network's YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd. Those of you watching on GBN TV, channel 7, 11, and 20. And of course, the folks listening to Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7. Good morning to all the folks joining us across the Caribbean. Whichever part of the region you are, good morning to you. Whichever part of the world you are internationally, good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day, are having a good day, have had a good day. Let's see what is the word of the day this morning. That's how we usually start it here on Good Morning Grenada, with a little bit of education or reiteration for those of you who may know the words. And this morning's word is one that a lot of people may know. It's faux pas. Faux pas. It's a double barrel word, F-A-U-X-P-A-S, faux pas. It's a noun which means a slip or blunder in etiquette, manners, or conduct, an embarrassing social blunder or indiscretion. Faux pas. Faux pas, from French and still unnaturalized in English, literally means false step, nowadays referring to a breach in good manners or a social blunder. French faux comes from the Old French word as well as from Latin and is a past participle of a verb which means to deceive or mislead. The French noun pas, source of English, is the word pace. It also comes from the Latin noun which means a step, stride, or pace. Faux pas entered English in the second half of the 17th century. Word of the day this morning, faux pas, F-A-U-X-P-A-S, is a noun which means a slip or blunder in etiquette, manners, or conduct, an embarrassing social blunder or indiscretion. An example of the use of the word, I sat for almost half an hour as they finished preparing, acutely aware of my social faux pas. Another example of the use of the word, I accidentally exposed to them my entire desktop, which felt like a big faux pas, despite the fact that there was nothing embarrassing on there at the moment. Word of the day this morning, faux pas, F-A-U-X-P-A-S, a noun which means a slip or blunder in etiquette, manners, or conduct, an embarrassing social blunder or indiscretion. And the thought of the day for this thankful Thursday, the more you thank life, the more life gives you to be thankful for. The more you thank life, the more life gives you to be thankful for. I'm not even going to explain it as well. Sometimes you just need to be grateful and give thanks for what you have and not focus on what you don't have, but just give thanks. Say up a word of prayer, a word of gratitude, an attitude of gratitude, and life would give you more than you expected sometimes, and more to be thankful and grateful for. So as you go about your thankful Thursday, the more you thank life, the more life gives you to be thankful for. Let's see what's celebrated today, August 6, 2020. Today it is Fresh Breath Day. Fresh Breath Day. Pop a mint and smile on Fresh Breath Day, which is observed annually on August 6th. The day urges appreciation of oral hygiene and its importance. Dentists and oral care professionals applaud the day dedicated to fighting bad breath. Oral hygiene and the fresh breath associated with it are part of healthy daily habits. Over time, poor dental care will cause mouth odor. Of course, the foods we eat contribute to bad breath as well. However, bad breath may be a symptom of a health condition or a side effect of medication. Today it is Fresh Breath Day, so I guess take an extra minute or so brushing your teeth, or walk with your mints and your gum and whatever you may need to ensure that you recognize Fresh Breath Day. Dare I say some of us need it more than others. It is Fresh Breath Day, so maybe even check out your dentist as well. Good morning, Dr. Warren. Check out the dentist today. Walk with the toothbrush and the toothpaste today. Walk with the mint and the gum. and recognize Fresh Breath Day. Everybody. Today it is also Wiggle Your Toes Day. Wiggle Your Toes Day on August 6th offers people the chance to show off the digits on their feet. The day encourages giving our feet a little extra attention. All right, so Wiggle Your Toes Day, maybe a pedicure or so, a little extra, a walk on the beach, natural exfoliation in the sand. Okay, that's it. I'm going on the beach. I'll use the opportunity to go on the beach later. All right, let's see what needs to be shared. There is a tropical wave. A wave, not a storm, not a hurricane. A tropical wave is producing, according to meteorological officials, it is producing scattered moderate convection just east of the Lesser Antilles. Increasing cloudiness with showers and thunderstorms in some areas can be expected over and or around some islands from tomorrow, God willing, from Friday through Saturday as the wave crosses the area. So expect some water just in case. The center is a little bit north of us, but we may be experiencing some of the outer bands of the system. So especially those of you to the north, look out for some wet weather from tomorrow, God willing. This morning as well, what's happening this morning? The government has advised that the post-cabinet briefing takes place this morning from 10 a.m. Usually cabinet meets on Monday and then there's post-cabinet briefing on Tuesday. However, because Monday was a public holiday, cabinet met earlier this week. I believe it was on Tuesday. And therefore post-cabinet briefing would be this morning. It will be facilitated by Minister of Trade, Industry, Cooperatives and CARICOM Affairs, Oliver Joseph. It's scheduled to begin at 10 a.m. And according to the news release from GIS, the topics that would be covered during the post-cabinet briefing include the developments at Molyneux Road, developments in St. David in relation to beach access and the range project, as well as Grenada's fiscal situation. So Minister Oliver Joseph will facilitate post-cabinet briefing at 10 a.m. this morning. The proceedings, I believe, will be carried on GBN platforms. So look out for that and stay tuned for post-cabinet briefing at 10. All right, that is it. Time to get ready for the morning edition of news for those of you on radio and those of you on television. We're going to bring you highlights of last evening's newscast. This is Good Morning Grenada. Thank you guys so much for sticking and staying with us. GBN Hot 98 Classic 105.
Top story, the Royal Grenada Police Force issued a statement Tuesday reminding Grenadians that all festivities, specifically the playing of jab-jab, are prohibited at this time. However, this was not well received by the public. One well-known man who portrays the art form is appealing to Grenadians to comply. We get the rest in this report.
The release issued by the Royal Grenada Police Force appealed to the general public to cooperate with the police and refrain from playing jab-jab and engaging in carnival-like activities, all of which are illegal at this time. This was not understood by some who believe the RGPF's rule against playing jab-jab, a cultural art form indigenous to Grenada, was only due to the COVID-19 Act, and given that Grenada is COVID-free, they should be allowed to play mass. Moses J. Marast, or Moses the Jab, a well-known jab-jab player, in an exclusive interview with GBN, explained how going against the police orders and especially playing jab-jab next Monday and Tuesday can end unfavorably for all parties involved, as it is now considered illegal activity.
I feel as though there's a very rebellious atmosphere in Grenada at the moment due to the fact that we've just endured and come over the COVID-19 lockdown for 3 months. So the word on the street and the ground is that people do not care what the commissioner or the prime minister is saying at the moment, which is wrong. right? There's rules and there's regulations. Obviously, through the COVID situation, we have to think about our families. We have to think about health and safety and the people first.
Maras told GBN although Jab Jab is much bigger than Carnival to him, he has been advocating for revelers to refrain from illegally portraying the mass.
I am appealing to all the Jab Jab who are at home, whether you're listening via the radio or you're watching via television. The rules are stipulated by the government and the Commissioner of Police that Monday and Tuesday are not, I repeat, are not holidays, and those days are for us to work and make money, to put money in our pockets and better our standard of living. Listen, let us relax this year 2020. The whole world has been shocked by this pandemic. It has affected everybody financially, people's traveling and everything. Let us just rest, recoup, regenerate and plan for 2021.
Jab Jab has been linked closely with Emancipation Day as it is seen as a mimicking of the oppressors during the time of slavery. The emergency powers COVID-19 regulations, which expired on Wednesday, August 5th, are extended until August 19th. Government is advising all establishments to continue to adhere to all reopening protocols and only after receiving authorization from the Ministry of Health.
Now, meanwhile, private sector representative in the Senate, Christopher Diali, in today's sitting, said he understands the misinterpretation by Grenadians who were outraged over the prohibition from playing mass. As he says, mixed messages have been sent from different platforms.
And I also believe, Mr. President, that when we're talking about introduction of Carnival, as we did on the Friday when we did the bill, how could we send mixed messages? There is an event I'm told to be happening in the stadium where some people is going to come in and have a kind of soca show. What is that? If we cancel in Carnival, we have to cancel it in totality. Why are we sending mixed messages and giving permission to have these shows and have people come in our environment? And we really believe that we're going to be able to control social distancing when we start to drink and enjoy ourselves and have fun. I have no problem with people having fun and going out and exercising themselves and getting... I have no issues with that. But in a carnival atmosphere and environment, we do not follow the rules.
Senator Diali's statement came as information is being circulated on social media of an attendance of 500 rumored to be allowed to what is advertised as a virtual event scheduled for this Friday at the National Stadium. Youth, Sports and Culture Minister Senator Nolan Cox dispelled the rumors.
The event that in question that Senator Diali spoke about persons going to the stadium, that is incorrect. It's a virtual event that affords our local artists an opportunity, as with other aspects of our culture which have been displayed virtually, as we have seen with the Emancipation, as we have seen with Spice Island Day in Canada, and various other aspects. We believe that there is some avenue for that to take place, and that is being done virtually.
Grenada's 24th confirmed case of COVID-19 was retested negative on Wednesday. Acting Chief Medical Officer in the Ministry of Health, Dr. Sean Charles, told GBN that the result was received just after 5 p.m. Case number 24 was recorded shortly after the reopening of the country's international borders. The imported case is from the repatriated JetBlue flight, which arrived in Grenada with over 90 Grenadians. Dr. Charles said there are no active cases of COVID-19 in Grenada.
Welcome back. Private sector representative in the Senate, Christopher Diali, says businesses that used COVID-19 as a means to steal from the government and their employees should be named and shamed publicly. More in this Rena Pair report.
Senator Christopher Diali, the private sector representative in the upper house, says he is very disappointed with the actions of business owners who have taken advantage of the stimulus package offered by the government of Grenada due to the effects of COVID-19. Businesses provided false information within their applications, while some gave employees less than what was due to them. It was also brought to the forefront that some were not paying employees NIS contributions. This was first brought to light by officials from NIS and later by Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell after investigating claims under the Unemployment Assistance Program and the government's stimulus package. Diali agrees that these businesses should refund the government, but also wants them publicly named for taking bread from their employees' mouth.
I hear Prime Minister say they wouldn't pursue this in a certain degree, but these businesses would have signed an agreement stating that if they were found to be negligent in what they're supposed to do, they have to pay back the money. I think we should go further and name and shame them. I don't believe that this is an issue where we should just put this aside. If somebody is making $1,000 base pay and they're getting 40%, this is $400 they're getting as a help. So this is not monies that is a huge amount of monies that you would engage in activities to try and look to basically defraud the government from monies coming to ordinary staff members.
Senator Diali says that while some business owners genuinely care about their employees and have assisted them during this time, others use COVID-19 as an excuse to take advantage of the situation.
And I believe that we need to treat our employees. We say our employees are assets, and we can't do it without them. And yet we engage. I have had people come to me and say, Mr. Diali, I know I'm supposed to get $400. I'm given $300. I want to ask some question. I'm threatened to be dismissed. And I cannot understand how we can engage in that type of activities and blame it on COVID. I'm sorry, I'm disappointed that that is the case.
The senator made the statement during Wednesday's sitting of the Senate. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
President of the Senate, Chester Humphrey, once more used his position to reprimand members of the Senate for what he sees as a lack of interest in examining reports laid in Parliament. Humphrey reminded members of their role to hold the executive accountable in the public's interest.
Governance in its broadest sense is not just the responsibility of the cabinet. You have a role in governance because Parliament is a significant component part of the governance of our state. So again, I just want to emphasize this because I've been emphasizing it, but it has been falling on deaf ears. I've been very disappointed with the fact that, with the exception of Senator Diali, most, if not all, of the senators on this side pay no regard to these documents at all. It's a serious omission, which I hope that we can correct.
Humphrey said he believes senators are failing in their duties and responsibilities to their constituents. He advised the senators to not allow papers and reports tabled in Parliament to gather dust.
There's quite a number of them. You can take them one by one. You have a whole year in which you can do it sectionally. You all can meet between yourselves and divide up who will do what. Right? It's just one of those things that we really need to, in strengthening our parliamentary democracy, making it more functional and meaningful. We really need parliamentarians, senators really need to see that it is not just attending one sitting of Parliament that is a function.
15 papers and reports were laid before the Senate.
Other news, Grenada is one of 6 Caribbean countries to benefit from 200,000 EC dollars provided by the UK's Caribbean Security and Stability Fund. The money is given to facilitate remote operations of the magistrates' courts during the COVID-19 pandemic. COVID-19 protocols have forced the courts to implement strict social distancing rules in a bid to control the risk of spreading the virus, subsequently resulting in the suspension of physical court activity, creating a backlog of cases. Seeing the need to remedy this, US-UK Criminal Justice Advisor to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, Sarah Abraham, approached Caribbean Security and Stability Fund for assistance to support remote working in regional magistrates' courts. The intent is to use the funds to purchase equipment such as scanners, printers, laptops, mobile phones, and even Zoom subscriptions. Zoom being one of the most embraced video conferencing platforms since the onslaught of the pandemic. The other jurisdictions to benefit from the funding are Antigua and Barbuda, Dominica, St. Lucia, St. Kitts and Nevis, and St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
Two weather systems to keep an eye on. An Atlantic Ocean tropical wave is along 53 West, approximately 530 statute miles east of Grenada, moving westward 15 to 20 knots, about 6 to 8 degrees per day. Scattered moderate convection is seen. This wave will begin affecting Grenada on Thursday, bringing cloudy conditions along with showers and possible thunder showers. Another Atlantic Ocean tropical wave is along 51 West, approximately 1,200 statute miles east of Grenada from southward, moving westward 15 knots, about 6 degrees per day. Scattered moderate convection is also seen.
Pure Grenada Just For You is the new campaign launched by the Grenada Tourism Authority, inviting visitors to explore Grenada. We can tell you that the Explore Grenada in a safe and COVID-free environment. Over the past few weeks, the GTA implemented several protocols within all stakeholders in the sector so that the island can be safe and prepared for tourist arrival. Rina Pear tells us more.
Grenada has been accredited by the World Travel and Tourism Council as one of the many countries aligned with the global standards of the health and safety protocols for COVID-19. On Wednesday, the Grenada Tourism Authority launched a campaign inviting visitors from low and minimum risk countries to choose Grenada as their next travel destination. While the phased reopening of Grenada's borders, which saw commercial flights from the Caribbean on the 15th of July and international flights from August 1st, Patricia Ma, CEO of GTA, says the campaign educates potential visitors on how safe and fun Grenada is.
We have worked on our Pure Grenada website. We want it to be the go-to site for everything tourism related. And we have added a travel advisory to the site in these COVID times so that people can read up about traveling to Grenada. Yeah? It is very much linked, hyperlinked to the Ministry of Health website where you get the detailed protocols for entry to the country. But in general, if a visitor wants to know, where they can stay, what they can do, and such information, we have put it in a very user-friendly guide called the Travel Advisory on our website.
Ma says the GTA, in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, has trained and certified over 1,800 tourism industry stakeholders. She said these certified businesses can be identified with a seal of approval.
So you already, the airport taxis now, you will see they have this on their vehicles. These decals will be issued to everybody once they have their certificate of inspection and they've had their certificate of participation in the training. We're very happy to organize for you to get our Pure Safe Travel stamp. Yeah? And that stamp is very important. You'll see why in a minute. Visitors want to be reassured that Grenada is safe. Yes? So right now, they're thinking about where they want to go in the future, yeah, where they want to go, they want to know that where they're going is safe. So fundamentally, we want to make sure that this message is clear. Pure safe travel.
The campaign, broadcasted through 2 videos developed by GTA, will be posted on new and traditional media platforms around the world. For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Chief Justice Dame Janice M. Pereira and 2 other judges issued the second set of sentencing guidelines last week Thursday. Guidelines for firearm offenses, reissued guidelines for drug offenses, reissued offenses of dishonesty, compendium with guidelines for theft, robbery, burglary, and aggravated burglary, and reissued sexual offenses, compendium for rape, unlawful sexual intercourse, aggravated unlawful sexual intercourse, indecency, and incest. The court is advising that the sentencing guidelines are not intended to achieve uniformity in sentences or to restrict judicial discretion. The second set of sentencing guidelines is slated to come into effect for application by the Supreme Court and the Magistrates Court in each member state and territory on September 1st, 2020. The Sentencing Guidelines Initiative is aimed at promoting and streamlining the court's approach to sentencing across its 9-member jurisdiction. The first set of sentencing guidelines was officially launched on September 17, 2019, and came into effect on the 1st of October 2019.
All right, time for this evening's GBN Eye Saw. Compliments Clear Vision Eye Center.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eye Saw is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Tonight's Eye Saw features a photograph of local corn trees that grew to over 15 feet in height on a farm in La Poterie, St. Andrew. A man is pictured next to the trees, which were more than 2 times his height. We thank our Eye Saw reporter for that submission. You can send your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 and our other social media platforms.
Dreaming of taking a break and escaping to an idyllic, happy place? Well, finding it does not require you to go too far. You already live in paradise. All it takes is for you to go out and discover it. Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique are blessed with a wide variety of accommodation that satisfy any taste and budget. Find the one that suits you and your family and treat yourself while having peace of mind that your health and safety is a priority. Knowing that we have gorgeous waterfalls, stunning beaches, and flavorful cuisine, let's be tourists in our own islands and enjoy paradise at home.
Reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. I'm reaching my dreams with GOT. They're the ones for me. Since 1983, they've been serving the country, and we like all their financing, giving the people what they want, what they need, what they love. Come and join the family that's here for you all the way. From birth to graduation, your first job to your home and your car through your golden years.
The GT Credit Union has been actively supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and the programs including Financial Literacy Quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso Program, Junior Cooperatives in Secondary Schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC Grants. The Credit Union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Foliage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Bruv.
Hello? I can't see you.
What's good?
But I can't even hear you.
Yo.
Hello? Hello? Ah.
Okay, I see you. I'm good. I'm coming in.
Ah. There you are.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicell's super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicell.
The Grenada Food and Nutrition Council remind you to boost your immune system and give yourself a fighting chance against COVID-19. Consume foods that are rich in vitamin C, like fruits and vegetables. For example, oranges, grapefruit, mandarin, lemon, spinach, cabbage, and tomatoes. Vitamin B6 and folic acid that is found in chicken, turkey, fish, grain foods like oats, bread, local provisions, dry beans, and peas. Another immune system booster is vitamin E, found in nuts, corn, sunflower or canola oils, and leafy vegetables like spinach, broccoli, and kale. Iron, zinc, and vitamin D are also important to strengthen your immunity. So try foods like lean meats, eggs, lentils, mackerel, tuna, and jacks. Our local spices, ginger, clove, and turmeric, among others, can help decrease inflammation and support the immune system. Remember to practice safe food handling. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council, reminding you that a strong immune system is one of the best ways to fight COVID-19.
You know, one day I woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact, wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
We have an important message for all of you, especially if you live in a country that is right now facing the new coronavirus. The pandemic is growing exponentially in many countries. But the Czech Republic is one of the few in Europe that has significantly slowed down the spread of the virus. In this video, we would like to tell you what we did differently, and mainly, we would like to help you to do the same. We are following social distancing and the rules stay at home. But others do that too. We also have strict hygienic procedures. Others do that as well. But the main difference is everyone who has to leave their house has to wear a face mask. Everyone.
I know, they may be told you that masks wouldn't protect you, but there are studies proving that even a homemade mask can be partially protective. Partially. Any protection is essential today. But now the more important thing. Masks fundamentally prevent the transmission from you to others by sneezing, coughing, but also breathing. And many people are the most contagious before they start showing symptoms. So, when we both have a face mask, I protect you, you protect me, and we are both safe.
Based on recent data, we know that population-wide use of masks is essential for suppression of the outbreak.
According to our professional experience, a simple homemade mask can prevent up to 100% of the spread of potentially infected microdroplets.
The more people use masks, the less virus can be distributed and fewer individuals are exposed.
Just a few days ago, people were laughing at those who wore masks. But some people knew about this positive effect and started to share this information across social media. The message grew fast through artists, influencers, and others. I know, face masks aren't in stores, right? But something incredible happened. People started making homemade masks and giving them to others for free. Many companies, theaters, or even retirement houses changed their buildings into sewing rooms, and thousands of people started to sew masks at home. So we know that face masks work, and it has been repeatedly confirmed by scientists. We know that it is possible in just 3 days to provide face masks for 10 million people in one country. And we know that here we have fundamentally repressed the infection. Please share this knowledge and help us to change as many countries as possible. Take a picture with your face mask on and share it with the hashtag #MasksForAll. It can really save lives. And remember, I protect you, you protect me.
Help prevent cold and flu by washing your hands with soap and water for at least 20 seconds. That's the time it takes to remove most germs. No soap and water? No worries when you've got alcohol-based hand sanitizer.
So we need to get the facts straight. How does this virus work? How does it transmit? Where does it want to go? And let's protect ourselves. I'm Dr. Peter Lynn. I'm a family physician in Toronto, Canada. The coronavirus is a family of viruses that can cause as mild things as just a common cold, all the way up to SARS or MERS. These are these bad pneumonias that we're talking about. And basically what these viruses are, they look like a tennis ball with all these spikes sticking out of it. And depending on the type of spike, it allows that virus to attach to certain places. So some viruses, they have the spike that attaches to your nose. So basically you just get a common cold. But the SARS virus and this new virus that we're talking about has the spike that allows it to attach to the cells in your lung. And when it attaches there, it puts in information to make photocopies of itself. So it uses our equipment to make more viruses.
I'm declaring a public health emergency of international concern over the global outbreak of novel coronavirus.
Most of the coronaviruses live in animals. In this particular case, it was from Wuhan. There was a fish market where they were selling live animals. And the thought is that the virus was in a live animal, then it crossed into a human. But then what we found was that people were getting sick in terms of healthcare workers, in terms of family members that were looking after them, which now meant that the virus can pass from human to another human. Just like all viruses, it needs to reach a target, which is your lung. and it has to get there with your help. It has no feet and no wings, so therefore it needs us to move it there. So that's why we keep saying, don't hang around sneezy people because you're going to breathe it in, and don't touch your face because that's how the virus is going to get in. The masks are helpful, but they're not necessary because they're leaky. The ones that you and I buy basically have pockets here, so therefore the virus can get in. What the masks really do is they stop us from touching our face. If you're sick, we tend to mask you, so therefore you're not spewing out the viruses to other people sitting around you. The true people that have the real masks are the N95. Those are sealed. These are for the doctors that may be caring for the patients. So in the beginning, the coronavirus will cause kind of like flu-like symptoms or a cold. So people just get the stuffy nose, that kind of thing. But you'll understand that as soon as that virus starts manufacturing in your lung cells, they're producing all these copies of the virus, all of a sudden now you kill the lung cells. So now you can't exchange oxygen, and that's why one of the early symptoms is people get very short of breath and they tend to have a difficult time breathing, and that's why they end up in hospital. So currently, unfortunately, we don't have a direct treatment for the coronavirus. So we don't have a medication that can kill it off. And so it's really supportive. So in other words, the patient can't breathe, we give them oxygen, help them to breathe. They can't drink, so therefore we give them fluids to support them. Their kidneys begin to shut down, we help them with all those things. So it's a very supportive process. This is a new virus that we've never seen before. So our immune system, our army, are having a hard time figuring out what to do. So usually what we have to do is we make something called antibodies. So these are things that can grab onto the spikes that we see on the virus, and it'll get rid of the virus for you, and that will actually bring you back to good health. So therefore the elderly may have a worse outcome, and of course the young children. So the babies, their immune system is not so good either, so they may not make those antibodies as well. So just remember, your hands may be with virus. Virus cannot hurt you because it can't get through the skin. But the moment I do this, now I've brought the virus right to where it wants to go. So let's remember not to touch our hands to our face. So let's say you think that you might have been on a plane or you might have bumped into somebody that has it. What should you do? So the first thing is to contact a healthcare worker to tell them that potentially you have it. If you're feeling symptoms and you're going to go into a facility, call ahead. Okay, so whether you're calling the paramedics or whether you're calling the hospital or your doctor, just mention that you were on a flight. If you don't have any symptoms, then what we do is a little bit of a self-quarantine. In other words, we can just keep you away from other people, and so you don't go into parties, don't go with your friends, don't go into public transportation. So we can contain it very easily by making sure that you do a self-confinement, so to speak, for the, let's say, 7 to 14 days is the longest incubation time. So after that, if you're feeling well, then you don't have anything to worry about. If we get the facts right, then we don't have to be overly worried, but we do the right things so that we don't get the virus ourselves and that we don't pass it on to others. And if we look after each other in this way, this virus will have nowhere to go. It needs us to move it, it needs us to make copies for it, and if we don't help it, then the virus will stop. So we have the power to do that right now.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements? Or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available, colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 418-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
You know, one day I woke up and, you know, they painted a set of pedestrian crossing all along the streets. You know, nobody told us how to use that thing properly.
I know how.
You're serious?
Every safe, good driver knows about these things. As a driver, you have to be very attentive. You know you're coming up close to a pedestrian cross, you start slowing down immediately, looking to see if there's any pedestrian on the side getting ready to cross. If there is, you stop on the line that is a certain distance before the crosswalk. Then you would see the pedestrian put their hands out, looking directly at you, indicating that they are going to cross. And only when you have come to a complete stop, that is when they will quickly and safely cross to the other side. And then you continue happily on your journey.
Stop. Look. Hand out. Eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross. Then you happily continue on your journey.
This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada. Thank you so much. Those of you who stuck with us, thank you for your patience. Those of you just joining us, just tuning in, happy to have you. Good morning. All right, let's get into it. It is topic of the day time. I guess we can maybe call it, what was the name I gave it last? Talk the Things? Talk the Things. Not talk the things, eh? Talk the Things Thursday. This morning, the topic of the day, or the things that you would talk about. Let's see how I should phrase it. All right. Earlier this week on Monday, the Emancipation holiday, there were lots of reveling island-wide. You had little pockets of juve in different communities around the island, which prompted the RGPF to issue a news release earlier this week that stated or that warned against carnival-like celebrations, especially as we are in the midst of what should have been Spice Mass 2020. So the topic this morning, before I get to the topic, since the issuing of the RGPF's news release, there has been conversation on social media that each and every carnival-like activity should be cancelled, including the virtual celebrations or the virtual events. So the topic this morning, do you think virtual events are events that would be carried on the internet, whether it's social media or other platforms, and there would be no in-person attendance, so there won't be an audience. Everybody that's viewing from the comfort of their home or on the side of the road, wherever they choose to view. But there'll be no in-person attendance. That's what virtual events are. The SMC had Virtual Carnival City before it was cancelled, that is. And then there's Virtual Cyber Monarch taking place tomorrow, God willing, and other events. Do you think the cancellation or the warning against carnival-like activities or celebrations should include virtual events? That's the topic this morning. Talk the Things. That's the topic for Thursday. Let's see. The phone is already ringing. Do you think that the police warning against carnival-like celebrations should include virtual activities? Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom.
Morning, caller. How you do?
I am just fine.
All right. Go ahead. Talk the things.
Yes. I think that all those carnival-like programs should be put off.
Why?
Because you see, it spurs the citizens to be in the carnival mood, the festive mood.
Even from the comfort of your own home?
Even in the comfort of your own home.
Okay.
Because even the revelers at the party over the weekend, they sort of, I mean, we know that it's festive time. We know it's good to celebrate liberation. But we have to have a responsibility. It's a virus, and it's a serious virus. Thank you.
Thank you very much, caller. Thank you very much, caller. Do you think that the police warning against carnival-like activities should include virtual events? You can call me on the landline and participate in Talk the Things Thursday or Topic of the Day. You can also send in your views on the WhatsApp. Please, only written messages on the WhatsApp. No voice or video calls, no voice notes, no links, no YouTube videos, no pictures, only written messages on WhatsApp. You can also participate on the GBN Television Facebook page and the Grenada Broadcasting Network's YouTube channel. Should carnival-like activities include virtual events? Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Auntie Blossie.
Good morning, Ms. Jeremiah. How you doing? Ade?
Yes, Ade.
All right, go ahead.
Now, if we say no carnival, then we say no carnival-like activity. I think the people who organize the emancipation thing should not involve anybody with carnival-like practices. You had Shotney, you had Jamda in that little celebration they had in town. So I think that's what the people took the clue from. If the priest could play, who is me? So I think when we are in authority and we say something, we ourselves must abide by what we are saying. It's like, do as I say, but not as I do. And I think that's a double standard. They should have nothing carnival-like, whether it's virtual or literal. They should have nothing. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. J. Have a good day. Do you think carnival-like activities include virtual events? Let me know. Facebook, YouTube, WhatsApp, and the landline. Let me go to WhatsApp in the meantime. Somebody on WhatsApp says, no jab, no cyber. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning, my dear. How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
I'm there. Take it easy.
All right, take it easy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, there should be no carnival at all. And the people that play this thing over the weekend, they should be punished. You understand? But we in grade A, some of us do double standard. It's that people who pushing that. And they call themselves sensible people. What does that do to anybody, anything? You're hurting the whole nation. You follow? We have to have respect for the government. Number two, it's a virus that's going on. It has respect for nobody. So we have to protect ourselves. So we say no carnival, no this. They must understand that. You follow?
Understood. Thank you.
Okay, my dear?
All right, have a good one.
Good.
Somebody on WhatsApp says, I don't think the virtual event should be cancelled because it does not encourage gathering of large crowds. It is a good idea to keep people entertained. I think the people who want it cancelled are just childish and upset that Juve, etc. is cancelled. No consideration for others' health. Right, I tend to be on your side. No, I am on your side. I don't think it should include virtual events because it's home. The whole part or the whole aspect of cancelling Carnival was to discourage crowds and gatherings. And virtual events don't encourage gathering because I'll be home, tuned in and watching Cyber Monarch, of course. It is entertaining and I don't think I agree with you, right? I don't think it's the same. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, my dear daughter.
What? Morning, Miss Jacob. What's on daughter now?
Yeah.
That's
my mommy.
We flute. I hear.
And what about mommy?
She good.
She good?
Yeah, she good.
Well, this mommy good and good too.
Well, good. I'm glad.
Yes.
All right. So what do you think?
You see this thing with this? They say they're going in the stadium Friday. What are they going in the stadium for? Calypsonian? All Calypsonian, I want to stay home, please. No job. They say no job. I get that thing in sleep last night. I said that job, people. I'm telling you, job, my dear. And said that job. They coming up as soon as some coming up. Partly all those job that they coming out. Everybody fall down and they dead. A lot of dead people in the road. So they better watch themselves. It does say no job. And jab now is not as jab before. Jab before was an oil oil. And this kind of oil oil they putting on the skin, that's not thing for skin. That thing is for vehicle. When you finish with your vehicle, you throw it away. No jab, please. And I know a lot of dava you go come down on me, especially those young ones. I don't mind it. My bag brother could take it. So, my dear darling,
Thank you, Ms. Jacob. Thank you.
Be careful of your dear wonderful baby self. Eh?
I will.
Okay, darling.
Have a
God
good day.
bless you.
Bless.
And I love you, darling.
Love.
Okay.
All right.
Bye.
Oh, Ms. Jacob says she back brought. Let's go. Do you think when the police says there will be no carnival-like activities, do you think that includes or should include virtual events? Let me go back by the phone lines. Good morning, caller.
Morning, Blossom.
Morning, Tanti. How you do?
They hanging in there.
All right. What do you think?
Well, I think when the law speaks, it's obey the law. Do not go and do what you shouldn't do. You know, if it's no kind of we have to give a chance to the world. We have to do now is to focus on what's going on in the world today. This is not of God. This is the devil. And when you're playing carnival, you're like the devil himself. We have to put this carnival thing one side and obey and understand the law. Because if you go the wrong way, the law is going to intercede. People don't like the law because they want to do what they want, and the law mustn't have a say. But they must have a say because they are there to solve, to protect, and help save lives. So they say, don't go out there and do what you shouldn't do. Stay home. Behave yourself. The time will come that you will go back on the street. People want to go out there, yes, they want to go and play their mask. They want to jump up in the street. They want to put all their body outside and everybody should see what they have. Well, nobody has seen what you all have this year because you won't have to cover it and put it on the street for everybody to watch. Watch it at home. Put your mirror and go in front of the mirror and stand up and you're going to see your whole body. So don't go in the street and just show off with it. We don't have carnival this year. No carnival. Behave yourself. Respect the law. Because if you do anything wrong, the law is going to come in. And when they come in, they do what they have to do. Don't ridicule them. Don't say things about them because they are the one that did to protect the innocent from the evil one. There are lots of evil outside there. We have to respect the law. We have to do what they ask us to do. Keep away from wrong and turn to God. Amen.
Okay.
Have a blessed day, darling.
Thank you too. Thank you very much. So let me repeat the topic, or the Talk the Things topic. Following reveling on Monday, God willing, the police issued a news release stating or reminding us and warning us against hosting carnival-like activities for 2020. Do you think that should include the virtual events? Something Ms. Jacob said about the stadium. The stadium for the event tomorrow, God willing, it won't be people won't be in attendance. There won't be an audience. It will only be the artists, the 9 artists performing. Those are the only people that will be there. Well, and of course the organizers. Those are the only people that will be at the stadium. There will be no audience, nobody in attendance. So it's not like there would be a crowd. There won't be a crowd. Again, I repeat, it was reiterated by the minister in Senate yesterday as well as the promoters. And there are other virtual events as well. Do you think virtual events should be included when police say there should be no carnival-like activities? Let me go to YouTube. If somebody on YouTube says it is good, the police is right. Virtual events is good. 1 year without carnival cannot hurt. Let's see what's on Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says double standards. While open the borders, everybody wants to get up and go. Restrictions should be for everyone. WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, I think the virtual events can be challenged. I think the virtual events can be challenged as we in the new normal because COVID changes the way the world does things. And it's a way to keep large gatherings of people in one space. So I think it's a good idea and we should welcome the new normal and be safe. And it should monitor by the rules of Spice Mass and the laws of the country. Somebody else on WhatsApp says, what you put into the mind is what will come out. What virtual carnival does it incite people to want to be physically involved? And some people have no self-control. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom, and to all your followers.
Good morning.
I have a problem with people who feel they will die if they do carnival. Now, most of us have not worked for over 4 months. right? Now, that's the reason why many of us can't go ahead in life. You know, as a people, generally what we do, we like to play before we work, and sometimes we like to spend before we earn. That's why many times, by the time we get our paycheck, we already spent it. Let us try to get things to normalize. Let's go back to work before we start focusing on play. On the matter of the virtual, I have a different opinion than most people. Because on Sunday I looked at the Formula One. There were not the 10,000 fans in the stands. I looked at cricket a couple of weeks ago with the West Indies. The stands were empty. So if you have a controlled situation, there could be performers, but no spectators. And let us not be hypocritical. If we're not allowing people to go there and see the event, no one should have viewing at a nightclub or a sports bar. If the people can perform in a safe way, social distancing and everything else, as we saw in the Formula One and we saw in the Test cricket and in the basketball and everywhere else where they play into empty stands, so be it. Because I'm not a carnival fan, but I'm trying to be fair and balanced. However, if people can't go to the event, no one should be allowed to host a viewing at a nightclub or a sports bar. We have to be fair, and we have to stop being so hypocritical. So one, no for the carnival events on the streets, but if we're having virtual events and they can do it safely, fine, no viewing in any crowded areas. That's my contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I would agree with you on the last part. I agree with you, Mr. Bernard, on the part about why we're selling, yes, why we're making it the provisions that bars and other entities can broadcast to a watch party, as they call it. That is my concern as well, because that would encourage gatherations. That would encourage gatherations, which is what we're trying to avoid with having a virtual event in the first place. So that is a concern for me. On that note, let's take a quick break and then we're going to come back inside with some more discussions. Talk the Things Thursday. We'll be right back. They want to see me cry. That makes sense.
Dutch Lady, we give you delicious and nutritious milk. We make sure our milk is filled with essential nutrients, calcium, vitamins, and protein. Dutch Lady gives everyone in the family a strong start to the day. Keep your family healthy and happy. Dutch Lady, building strong families since 1871.
Distributed by Hubbard's Agencies, Kirani James Boulevard, St. George's.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, Daisy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Whenever we're faced with difficulties, we find comfort in those we know and trust. This is especially true when a loved one has died.
Welcome to Otway Bailey Funeral Home.
For over 100 years, Otway Bailey Funeral Home has helped families celebrate the lives of their loved ones with compassion and dignity. Our
affordability, attention to detail, warm and caring staff has contributed us being the funeral home of choice for official and state funerals. We treat you as we would treat our own family. All of our services are designed to help you get through one of the most personal and challenging stages of life, whether it's planning a funeral, joining our burial society, or pre-arrangements. You can be assured of the Otway Bailey commitment to consistently provide the most caring and professional service possible with the best options and price. So call us 440-2558 or visit our website otwaybaileyfuneralhome.org.
At Otway Bailey, we offer the perfect tribute any family can afford.
The Grenada Broadcasting Network is making a platform available for the children of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique to shine. Are you between the ages of 3 and 16? Send us a video that showcases your talents. Whether it's singing, dancing, playing an instrument, reciting poetry, or a monologue, or any other talent, now is your time to shine. It's simple to enter. Just take a video of yourself performing, include your name and age in the beginning of that video, and then send that video to the email shineongbn@gmail.com. It's easy like 1, 2, 3. The program will premiere on GBN's YouTube channel soon, so get on it. Remember, it's shineongbn@gmail.com.
GBN.
Welcome back to Good Morning Grenada, Talk the Things Thursday. I like saying Talk the Things Thursday. A lot of English people cringe every time I do it, I'm sure. All right, getting back into the topic. Following reveling on Monday, the Royal Grenada Police Force issued a warning advising against carnival-like celebrations and activities. Do you think that should include virtual activities or events as well? Let's go right back to the phone lines. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Blossom. Thanks for having me on the line. I want to get clear. When you say virtual, what you say?
Virtual events?
Yes. Explain to me before I go and say me views on point.
Virtual events mean events that are held solely on the internet. Like they will be broadcast on Facebook or a website or other social media. So there'll be nobody in attendance, but it's broadcast for people to see via the internet.
Okay, so if there is no carnival, what they're broadcasting for people to see now on the internet?
Events? Any event?
That's right, yes. Just tell me.
Yeah, any event. They have been the Spice Mass Corporation has been holding Carnival City virtually on the internet.
Okay. All right, okay. Well, I'll get that clear now. But anyway, now what I'm trying to make, my point is that if you're going on the internet, stay on the internet, not go on the street. But me and why them people so hard and do that say nobody not going on the street. Why they not stay home and watch the television and go on the internet, cook a good piece of food and have a good drink and enjoy yourself, because why you go have less accidents is one, right? Because why around carnival time is a start young people will be, right? And Juve morning again, what they does do, they're going on the beach and bed and after they don't bed, they lie down on the sand, don't junk and they sleeping. You never know what could happen, right? You never know what will happen, but me and all they hard and so, right? And then police afraid them to, they go still go and make the bacchanal and the carnival on the street.
Okay.
Right? Well, yeah, them police afraid them.
Oh, okay.
And I want to appeal to those drivers again, them bossman, right? When they're going over the hills by Granite and put on the headlights, because I just have a lot of haze there, and I think Sarah dust still coming down, right? So put on the headlamp to avoid accident. I mean, I ain't telling them what to do, you know, because people do what they want to do. But it is me, that's what I would do, because why? If nobody know no light, nobody has seen nobody, and I think yet tomorrow, please God, I go finish with carnival peaceful.
Okay.
Back to you in the studio.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Bido. Back to you in the studio. Thank you very much, Mr. Bido. Let me see what else is on. Back to you in the studio. Somebody on Facebook says no, because these are the activities that give people the feeling to take part in Carnival. No Carnival means nothing pertaining to it must take place. Somebody else says, I just think that is going to be hard work for the police, because I know, work or no work, some people will be out playing their jab. All that jab they play Monday, they still want the next day, Lord. Let's see what is on WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says it is a double standard to have the virtual events, and somebody else says not everyone will be at home. There are bars that will be open. The Ministry of National Security should put the police on Monday and Tuesday out in full force to patrol the streets, cancel all activities. Good morning, caller.
A pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning.
First of all, I must say this is not the first time that Grenada is not having any carnival around carnival season. It happened during the PRG's reign. And I want to say when they put out no carnival, not a finger was raised. Not a finger was. Why is it now that so many people want to make comments and all sorts of things? The other point I want to make, again, I'm seeing a lot of hypocrisy. Why is it that a group of people have to go in the stadium, which is Calypsonians and so on, to perform? They be performing to an empty stadium, yes. The fact is, the idea is that to keep the spread of the virus down. Wouldn't the people be mingling with each other? I don't care what they say, who could go north, south, east, west, etc. That should be banned. No virtual activity. Another point, what about those who probably may not have a television? Neighbor X turns on his television, you see what and what going on. The next thing is you go have a gathering by that television. Again, we're looking for a lot of trouble. And I think there should be a no-no to all of these activities. I want to say this. I want to applaud the police for the raids they have made. No license, no insurance for vehicle, etc., etc. And that is a thing that should be continued all the time. One caller said about the police afraid of civilians. It would appear so, but the law is the law, and they have to carry the law out.
Thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
All right, thank you very much, caller. I was going to say something, and then I'm going to read this comment on Facebook. Somebody on Facebook says, I think if Spiceman is doing virtual events, it is fine, because when we looked at the way the sporting world had basketball, hockey, cricket, and baseball, just to name a few, and having great success with the viewing public. So I think if the sporting world can do it, Spice Mask can be responsible enough to pull it off, and maybe it will be a new way going forward, because God alone knows how long this COVID will be around. So let's get used to taking events without crowds and taking it virtual. Facebook, I agree with you. It has been done. Organizers of various events have put measures in place to hold events without audience, and so far they have been successful. We have not heard of any COVID outbreaks following the West Indies-England test match because they had measures in place. There has been basketball so far, and no outbreak either. So once measures are put in place, which according to reports organizers have been doing of the various virtual events, then I don't see, what should I say? I don't see why it shouldn't be done. Let me put it that way. So once we control it, we could do it. That's blossom. Let me see what else is on. Let's see the time right. Let's see what else is on WhatsApp. Somebody on WhatsApp says, somebody's calling the WhatsApp. No calls on the WhatsApp, please. Somebody on WhatsApp says no carnival. They should have no events concerning carnival. Even the jab they planning to have in Vendom. Also, they planning jab in Vendom. Okay. Okay. And then there's another thing too. Self-control, it should be a thing. Self-control should be a thing. We keep saying you're having events and people would go, what happened to self-control? Everybody's responsible for their own actions and activities. So if there are irresponsible people that want to gather in Juve or they want to have their own pretty mass ban and Monday night mass, then let them be responsible, but those of us with self-control would know not to participate. There was activities all over the place on Monday. Blossom was at home. Monday, God willing, coming, whether there's Juve in front of the house or out the road, Blossom will be at work. So self-control should be a thing. I don't see why we should be... Self-control should be a thing. Let's put it that way. Let me take another WhatsApper before I go back to the phone line. Somebody on WhatsApp says the event should be cancelled. While the event may be virtual and patrons won't be literally at the event, nothing will be preventing people from congregating at home and bars, which defeats the purpose. Good. And that's another thing as well. There are regulations in place for people who want to hold watch parties at their establishments. Remember, the regulations say there should be no more than 20 people for social activities and so on and so forth, and social distancing. And I'm sure these places and establishments and businesses have those rules in place. That's why a lot of them are taking reservations for events that they are having, so they can keep control of the number of people that come to their establishment in the event. Back to the phone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning, Brenda.
Blossom?
Blossom, sorry.
That's okay, go ahead.
I think you should explain what virtual means, because I don't think a lot of people understand what that means.
Okay. So again, for the people who may have missed my previous explanations, virtual means it will be held only on the internet. The only people that will be at the venue will be the performers and the organizers, and I guess whoever else may be needed to ensure the production is fitting. What would not be at the event is an audience. There will be no patrons in attendance. Nobody will be allowed in the venue. Only the performers, the organizers, I guess the production crew, camera and so on, and whoever else may be needed to put on a good production. But there will be no audience. That's what virtual means. Virtual means it will be carried on the internet for people who want to view it and participate. You just look at it on your devices, your phone, even television, laptop, computer, whichever device you're using. It's a virtual event. Back to the phone line. Good morning, caller.
Good morning.
Morning.
How are you?
I'm good. How you do?
Yeah. I've been listening to the topics about the carnival business. What I want the police and the national security to do, as from tonight, they should oppose a curfew from 6 o'clock in the afternoon, as from today, to reach from 6 in the afternoon to 7 in the morning. From Wednesday, they could open out the curfew. Because this kind of thing about carnival business, that's going to bring a rampage in Grenada here. And that ain't looking good to the public and to the people that way. And what they should do, the opening of the border day, they should close the border. As from last week, they should close the border. So no people coming in here until after the 11th, the 12th of this month. Because people go coming for carnival, and that's going to bring virus again. So I want the government and the policemen and them to oppose a curfew.
Okay.
From 6 to 7 in the morning. It could be as from today to reach Wednesday.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. Caller, I'm gonna be honest, I thought that would have been done in the regulations for this week. I expected following activities on Monday. I expected that, but it wasn't in the regulations. I don't know if anything can change just for the next week or so. I'm not sure, but to be honest, I expected officials to put, or authorities to put, a curfew in place for the time period, to be honest. In relation to closing of the borders, keep in mind that even though MBIA is reopened, anybody coming into the island will be required to quarantine. So even if now is quote-unquote carnival time, they still can't participate because they will need to be placed in quarantine, anybody coming into the island. Let me go to another caller. Good morning, caller.
Yes, my baby, I come back. You know what I come back to say?
Tell me quickly.
You see, with those Calypsonians and them, they say they're going in the stadium tomorrow, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I will tell you that one day. You see, a person as I Jamu, he have a lot of fans, and all those Calypsonians, they say 9 Calypsonians. If 9 Calypsonians take about 9 people behind them, you know how much people are go be down there?
Okay.
And they were able to stop that. Oh, God, stop it now. And then those police and they want to arrest.
Okay.
Okay, sweetheart.
Thank you, Ms. Jacob. There are rules and regulations in place. Even if the Calypsonians want to bring their battalions, they can't. There are rules. The organizers are ensuring that this is done by the book. Trust and believe that. So even if the artists, Boise, Terra, Dash, Lednick, whoever, even if Talpri comes on with a whole of them, they can't go into the stadium simply because of the rules and regulations. Let me go to some WhatsApp questions. Somebody on WhatsApp says, no carnival-like activities include virtual. No permission should be given to hold private events. There is an inclusive fete on Sunday. This is double standard. Somebody says, I think it's double standards. All carnival activities should be cancelled. Somebody else says, virtual Soca Monarch with watch party. That making sense? Stroops. Too much double standards. Somebody else says virtual events is okay just to switch the mind a bit for creativity, but Carnival was long awaiting a cancellation to improve our product. People need to understand the seriousness of this virus and how quickly our people can be wiped out. No gatherings, no carnivals, or a harsh lockdown to avoid this problem. And that is the end of the program this morning. Thank you guys so much. I was just running my eyes through the WhatsApp. Thank you so much for participating in Talk the Things Thursday. It's time to get ready for... Hold on, let me read this one WhatsApp. The pandemic teaches us to do things differently. Virtual meetings, virtual graduations, virtual games, etc. There is no problem with a virtual show. The objective is to avoid gatherings where there may be the potential for disease spread. The organizers just need to be responsible and honest. Thank God for the internet, and that is not lost on the people. Could still have some fun. Which is true. We had virtual graduation. I didn't hear nobody crying out about virtual graduation. The students were in the same room, more or less. Nobody cried out then. What carnival do all you? What virtual and Cyber Monarch do all you? Let's get ready to join the BBC for the 8 a.m. newscast. Thank you guys so much for participating. Continue to protect yourselves and stay healthy. Bye-bye.